Hey everyone, it's James of GeometricCharts.com. May 14th, about 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the daily chart of Bitcoin on the Bitfinex exchange. So we have had one heck of a run, much further than I anticipated. I'm sure a lot of people anticipated getting crazy vertical here in price. It looks like we potentially have a reversal candle with a lot of selling pressure into the top. I noticed that during the selling, the volume spiked very significantly. So there's definitely some unloading going on and something you would expect. Again, I do believe there is a corrective move on the horizon. It will come, and it will come very viciously. It will catch a lot of people off guard. It will refresh sentiment. And then the question is can we get back above the 82-ish 100 area on Bitfinex and maintain trading above that level? Right? If we can do that after the corrective move, I do believe this market will be in an uptrend. I do not believe it's going to be as violent as a move upward as the initial stages of this area, and it'll take more time to unfold. But I do believe we will be in the beginnings of an upward trend. Now, with that said, momentum has been lackluster toward the tail end of this move. For such an explosive move upward, when you go from the 6,000s into the 8,000s, for that explosive of a move and the lack of follow through and momentum, again, shows you that the sellers are dumping into this market as hard as they possibly can, kind of containing everything within an area while price chops around. And you can definitely see that with this inverse hammer that I believe is going to turn into an inverse hammer. So I do not think this is going to continue at this level now. What I think we're going to see unfold on this daily chart is that this candle will turn red going into tonight and probably mark the top of the move as we start to kind of roll over into that corrective move in the market. So I would say on Bitfinex, I don't even know. Like maybe this trend line, maybe somewhere around like 60, like 700, 68-ish 100. If we can maintain that trend line, great. If not, then we could be looking at a much more severe corrective move. There's a nice support level for Bitfinex right around like the 65-ish 100 area. So somewhere between like 67 to about 6,500-ish on Bitfinex, I think, could become a nice stable zone for Bitcoin to try to find a bottom to just a natural corrective move after a massive move in price. We've gone from about 3,200 all the way up to 8,200, so 5,000 points in a move to look at a move downward to about 6,500 is absolutely nothing. That's not even a 50% retracement of the move itself. So again, I do believe that corrective move is on the horizon, and it's going to catch a lot of people off guard. A lot of people are going to refuse to think that this thing is ever going to stop, and that's what happens on the markets. The same thing happened with the NASDAQ just recently. Everyone thought it was going to keep going up. There's no end in sight. It's just going to keep going and going and going. It'll never correct. And then, boom, look what's unfolding. The market's starting to unravel. I think the stock market has significantly further to go, still to the downside, and it's probably going to chop around, throw a lot of people off. That's the name of the game, to keep everyone in a state of confusion. But these corrective moves, especially the more vertical the price movement, the more vertical the corrective move becomes as well, too. So aggression met with aggression, and that's exactly what I think is going to unfold here over the next, I think by this week, we will start to have that corrective move unfolding. And then, again, it's going to come down to, can we hold a nice retracement in this market and then pump and stay above the 8,200 zone, creating a higher high and actually maintain trading above that, changing what happened in the past in Bitcoin and these other coins as well. Again, that's still on the table, up for debate on whether that's honestly going to truly happen or if this is just one massive pump and dump. The fact that I saw that much volume, a massive spike in volume during this sell-off, makes me very wary of the future, but I'll remain optimistic. and I'll look for the market to kind of settle in after this corrective move, and then look for a potential higher high and an actual change in trend. And like I said, I do not think it's going to be as vertical. I think it's going to go more into time and space, more to the right of the chart, meaning that it's just going to be a nice ebb and flow upward. This is just a hot stage where everyone gets all hot and bothered, and minds are exploding at the time. People are panicking, they're chasing price, the fear of missing out, the FOMO is really kicking in, and things get exacerbated beyond what they should have been. So, and this becomes a perfect selling opportunity. Again, it's all done by design. You have to strategically plan when you have tons of money to trade. The same thing with the stock markets. The reason why you see the volatile whips up and down, the reason why the media paints pictures the way they do, is because big money needs to strategically plan for moves up and down. So, and they have to strategically plan to get out without chewing up their profits. And there's no better way to do that than manufacture euphoria, manufacture chaos, and then take those opportunities to get in and out of your positions as you need to. So, and anyone that's traded or learned from people who have managed billions and hundreds of billions of dollars, no, it's the name of the game. It's the MO. It's why there's trading. It's why there's entire trading teams for big funds, especially banks, where you have, it's basically an organized trading facility designed to create the move, and you get in and out, and you trade with success. And when you see things like JP Morgan Chase saying that they have a 97% success rate in their trades, that tells you a lot. It tells you a lot that, hey, guess what? We manufacture our money, and there's nothing you will say and do about it. You just have to kind of go along with the ride. And I do believe that what we've had is a manufactured pump. I've now seen a lot of money come out toward the top of this market. So now we're going to go into the beginning stages of the corrective move, and then that corrective move will determine on whether or not we're going to truly head to another high and maintain the course of an upward, like a positive frequency, or are we just in another massive pump and dump scheme to where it looks so convincing that no one can ever think otherwise. The same way when in real time, all these other moves look so convincing. When you look at this looked so convincing, this area right here, before the market fell off a cliff. This looked so convincing before the market fell off a cliff from 11,000. And I'm trying to hide it on the screen. Hopefully it's easy for everyone to see. But the point is that each and every time Bitcoin has produced these crazy vertical rallies, right? And you get this massive increase in volume, and everyone's like, that's it, it's all the institutional money this time. And, and then it dumps. And then it's like, well, this time the institutional money's coming in. And then it dumps. And then this time the institutional money's coming in, and that's it. And it dumps, 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 and it does not stop. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's the reason why I'm so skeptical, and I'd rather be proven wrong at this point. And if I am, there's going to be 1,000 more trades in the future. It doesn't matter. I think that's the worst thing that you can do is get in the mindset that you have to be in the trade at all times, and it drives you into a panic state, and it leads to some really crazy things as well too. So, anyways, that is pretty much it. And again, I think we're going to start to see that corrective move unfold over the next week, possibly 2 weeks. And then from there, we'll see what happens. So anyways, that's it. Hopefully all that makes sense to everybody. I think the lack of follow-through momentum during this massive spike right here says enough. I think the massive increase in selling pressure at the top says a lot too. And again, it's just a healthy corrective move for any market to experience, especially after you get crazy vertical price movement. So it's not like I'm calling for the end of the world, that Bitcoin's going to zero, or that Bitcoin's dead and this could not lead to a bull market or anything like that. But one does have to be very skeptical until proven otherwise, especially for anyone that's traded this market for a very long time. So anyways, that is it. I will talk to everybody. I'm just going to do a Thursday video because I had to do a Tuesday video due to my internet. I don't know why it is. Every time it storms, the internet goes crazy. But That's it. If you do like the video, you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. I'll talk to everybody on Thursday, and I hope everybody has a great day or a great night, depending on where you are in the world.